And I get it. So he just needs to say, you know what, Lord? I want to bless my brother, and I want to let him go. And it works. He can't be coming up on here, getting all lit up, threatening to take YouTubers' lives. He did it to FM. I don't know what FM's going to do. He got lucky. Probably FM, knowing him, probably nothing. But FM has a bigger problem. Jedi is hunting down people, trying to find all those that like me. I was not trying to control Jeff. All of you are trying to control me. All of you. Tam's making the Cry crew come together to attack Lee, Vic. Well, I don't know about that. To attack Lee. You mean oh, you mean these are the ones? I'm not familiar with this warbot. So I don't know. He never came at me. Of Lee crying, yes. He's behind. Hey, I watched Lee and Jolly stress Glastronaut to death. This is what they want to do to me. And they did it just because he got tired of them using his channel to constantly harass me. And calling me by the mother's name. Just because he did that. And Aaron has all of it. We were both right there. Aaron has it all. He knows a lot. And look what happened to him. We were right there. He said that they're going to take down his business. They're going to dox his wife. And they knew that his heart was bad to begin with. It is a death cult. They accused me of being part of a death cult. This is also a death cult. He didn't tell his wife. He kept everything in. And it took his life. They took his life. A lot of this started with Lee and Jolly. A lot of it. So they sent this clown here. And it came out of his own mouth to take me down. For what? You know how long all of you have been trying to do this? Armies of you. He's trying to say, Jedi's trying to say, I'm hunting him down. I can get his legal name in less than 10 minutes. Could you imagine? We're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania a lot. Could you imagine me sitting down with an FBI agent? They should be investigating them. I could have all them investigated, threatening me with Crips and to take me down and threatening me with the 17th letter of the alphabet, to actually have a meeting, to have me ambushed or whatever the hell they're doing here. Jedi and Jilly are going, trying to find everywhere I go. Look what they just did to UD. He launched a threat. He threatened me and UD's chat. And they're using his channel, just like Lee and Jolly did, to harass me. They got Nicola there. They got Becky. Now, can you imagine an FBI seeing all this, an FBI agent or agents? The agent would say, okay, let me get this straight. I'm looking here, transgender, constantly. She was harassing you. And this Scotty characters, this Scotty guys, you responded. And you're being threatened now with Crips and this and that and with this 17th letter of the alphabet? I don't think so. And this is something I'm trying to avoid because I'm tired of going to the FBI. See what they're saying here. That already happened. That already happened. And I was saying before that I'm blessed that I'm able to see things from the underworld. There was a familiar spirit sent to me. And it was only about 5 foot tall. That means that the practitioner isn't that powerful. The taller the familiar spirit is, the protector familiar spirit, that's when you have to worry. I was able to communicate with the familiar spirit telepathically. They don't like this being done to them. They do not like being used as slaves. And it happened one night when I was on a computer. I could feel something standing behind me. And what they look like is if you have on your practitioner's robe and you put the hood up and the face is black. That's what they look like. And I could feel him even say, what am I even doing here? And I had to explain to him that he's being used. And I could feel how he was going to turn on the sender. And that's what happened. No, the familiar spirits, they'll know when they arrive. They're not as dumb as them, believe me. This one knew what was up. So yes, magic is used a lot. There was a woman that is no longer with us. She said, there's something going on here. My dogs are dying left and right. She had her cam on. There was a familiar spirit standing right behind her. Yes, they're extremely diabolical. This is the most dangerous community on this entire platform. This is the Temple of Set community. It's a network, and they're combined, like I said before, years ago, with what I refer to as the Golden Dawners, and then they're with the LARPers, which are the gamers, and it just goes on and on. They would often come in here acting like they like me when they don't. I had to go along with it. They'll pose as Christians when they're not. And they know the Bible. Isn't that right, Mr. Jones? I believe that Mr. Jones is one of them. I was wrongfully accused of being with Mark Connors. I caught Mr. Jones in there with him, preaching the Bible. And guess who else I witnessed say this? Aaron. And I had to explain myself about Mark Connors. I found him on Stocko's channel. She was harassing him with a PayPal link underneath. She's on the payroll. And I went and I Googled his name. And there was pictures of him hanging out with Dolly Parton and Taylor Swift. And I'm like, okay, well, what's going on here? Well, you know the rest. I'm tired of repeating myself. Yes. And I brought it up to him one night. And he tried to say he was never there, when he was. So they're trying to accuse me of being with Mark Connors when it's all of them. The one, I don't want to mention his name, who's been obsessed with me for 8 years and still, till this day, thinks I'm Wendy, did a suicide LARP with him. Yes, he did. And a lot of them were friends with him. To make a long story short, Mark was offering a $5,000 reward. He said that he needed Stocko's address for legal purposes only. Well, her name's already out there. She loves her name. We know why that is. So I reached out to him. I said, save your money. Here it is. So he came into my chat one night. And this is whenever a person I was talking to, and then someone else in the chat dropped the link and were telling me about him. And I said, this is, and went on to say that he was a stolen valor and this and that. All I said to Mark was, out of respect for your wife, I'm just going to kindly ask you to leave. And that was it. I let it go. So I'm not like all of you. I will never be like any of you, as dark and as evil and as wicked and as malicious and litigious as any of you. And this is when, and I'll tell you what, Mass seriously needs to stop going at the king when he's lit up, because he's going to lose his other wrenches. I really don't know. I don't want to. Well, see, what Mark was saying is that because she once lived in Texas, so I guess it was like didn't know really where she was. So for legal purposes, I gave it to him, and it was not done with malicious intent. Look what Stockos did to Wendy, and look what Winterloon did. They put that mother's name all across the internet, everywhere. Everywhere, even on their social media. And Winterloon did this just because I refused to go after FKN Freddie, because he called her the C word. So because she was unable to weaponize me, here we are. I think that Stockos was with Lee Veltman the entire time. I think she played all of you. That's the common denominator. She was always right there during these court cases. I don't want to get into that because, like I said, I want to really keep the peace here between me and this other individual. So I can't say too much. Oh yeah, so I mean they cry to the feds when that's what they do. And this is why the FBI will, an agent will tell you, quit responding, because it confuses them. And then they do this also to gaslight all branches of law enforcement, judges, their attorneys, No, they've been together. I believe they've been together the entire time. And yes, she is. She accused me. Hi, Angel. Stockos accused me of being a lesbian. She accused me and another woman. They're sexual deviants. Stockos is a sexual deviant. And she's the one who goes after children, especially the minors, not me. This is something that she does. She accused me of being a lesbian with this woman. It's still up on her other channel. And look what she did to Aaron. So this was very well orchestrated. There was another woman that was running an ops on me, Aaron, and this other woman. I don't want to get into it. Maybe Aaron knows about it, you know? Yeah, Stockos. She says that she wants out of this. But when the general was with me, hanging out with me, oh yeah, she doesn't like that. They want us all to shut our mouths and take their abuse. No. Then she goes up on Jedi's panel. I don't want. I'm done with all of this. But I should put the stream up. When I was hanging out with the general, and he told me that Tiffany, Katie, and Stockos were whining to him about me. They're never going to be done with this. They want me bad, all of them. I thought they already got me 9 times. So, I mean, it's just, it's never going to end. They have got to get their way. Do you know how dumb all of them look? Annihilating the wrong woman and her special needs minor child and her family? I would leave. I would go hide under a rock. Not them. Yeah. Look how you put up here. Look at Angel. I do know. Yeah. I mean, she's just, I know that I've said this probably more than 1,000 times. She was accusing me of being on the payroll. Let's not forget her PayPal links that she had. Harassing me, harassing Aaron, this one and that one. What she was saying is, hey, if you like me doing this, give me some money. So what the one woman did was she contacted PayPal, the FBI, and that PayPal account was done. And Stockos will do anything for money. Anything. And let's go back to Lee and Jolly. When peace was finally established between me and this other person, Jolly went up on her panel. She went out of her mind saying, how could you do this to me? Being fresh out of the hospital. There have been at least 2 that I know that I really was the death of them. That's why they're called the 7 deadly demons. There was this one that was just coming at me constantly. And she was with Stockos and all of them. She was nuts. She hated me so much for me defending myself. She had an aneurysm. Her own demons took her out. I'll be the death of all of them. They just, Look what Jedi did. 7 hours. We couldn't even listen to all of it. I'm like, what is wrong with the 7 hours? And then another string, and then another one, and another one. So this is another one. Who wants to be the one who takes me down? For what? Defending myself? Take me down for defending myself. Take me down for their mistakes. I told all of you that wrong docs took down their whole network. Should I go to the FBI? Yes, I should. I should get his legal name right this very second. And then we go first thing in the morning and drive to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the FBI headquarters. That is what really needs to be done. But I can't do this because it's going to pull mass into it. I don't want to do this to him. So I just have to just stay away. And that's why he needs to stay away from Jedi. Because if I wanted to, I could take them both down. There'll be these, I'm not the criminal here, people. I am not the criminal here. They are. I should put that back up, that string back up. Responding to a threat. Jedi threatened me and UDs. And that's why I told him, if you're trying to find those that like me, you're in the wrong community. There's only probably less than a handful. And you're on the wrong platform. All I did was give Jeff $100, and it was actually a joke. I really did. I should put I did a video because I'm going to tell the story again. Becky did this stream, and I didn't know who this Jeff guy is. I didn't watch the whole stream, but she showed this part where she goes, look at his bedroom. And she said that it's memorabilia. And look at the whiskey bottles and the beer cans. I'm telling you, we almost died from laughter. I said, that's it. I got to subscribe to this guy. I got to give him $100 to buy cleaning supplies and clean his room. And if he does, I'll give him another 100. That's what I was originally going to do, but I didn't know if he would get pissed off or not. So I felt bad about that. So I figured, okay, I'm just going to give him the $100. Jedi and Jilly went out of their minds. Went up on his panel, God knows how many times, because see, they can't stand him. They act like they like him, but they don't. And this is Chaos Magic Games. He even has a screenshot of me. That is my money. I can donate to any channel I want to. I donate to 10 of them. Again, I'm going to tell you, between $1,000 to $2,000 a month. That is my business. These are channels that help humanity, help animals, and help people. And there's nothing you can do about it. My money is my money. It does not belong to you, Jedi. So then somebody went into Jeff's. As soon as I went in there, yeah, they pounced on me. Let me see what this person's saying. Oh, okay, so this is you, Aaron? She wanted you to live with her. She goes for any man that I would talk to. So does Tiffany. So not really so much Win or Loon. Any man that I would talk to, they would go right for. Tiffany went for the general. Stockos went for the general. I was hanging out with you. We were talking. She went right for you, wanted you to live with her. She wanted Vinny to live with her. They're the ones jealous of me. I'm not jealous of them. There's Jilly saying that she can steal my husband from me, not knowing that he would never bat a lash at a white woman. Never. And they're totally obsessed with my husband too. And he has nothing to do with any of them. But see, they want to annihilate anyone, anything that you love. So he's just going to wear himself out, just like I wore out the rest. They wear themselves out. So it's just like I was saying before. What's the end game? If they do find me, if I were to dox myself right now, what's their end game? What's their goal? I'll tell you. It's the blood trail that Glastronaut spoke about before they took his life. How many times did I say, you are not getting my blood. You will not get my blood. Ever. And it's true, this is the new way of taking, these are cyber serial killers. They use magic, psychological warfare tactics that involve dogpiling, constant harassment. Scottie allows this. Is he part of it? Yes. But if one person says one thing about Scottie, he'll take the wrench. But yet says that I'm sensitive to those, what they say in chat. So he is doing what Lee Veltman and Jolly, what they want. And I've said it, I told all of you, if you dislike me, he will welcome you with open arms. Then I was hearing Simon whine, telling me that I need to have thicker skin, that I need to have thicker skin. But he goes off all the time and whines about when FM said that he's faking his cancer. FM said that in 1923. And he'll whine when somebody said this in 1910 and this one and that one. He's the one that's got to have thicker skin. they've already been revealed. They've already been exposed. But now that the Epstein files have all vanished and it's been covered up, they're all out in the open and protected more than ever before. Right after the Epstein files vanished, all went away, playing Let's Make a Deal, here comes Gettn. So I know what's going on. And I did read what Lisa Lake left on Mass's channel. Lisa, you place that bet on me. Place that bet on me. But the thing is, I have got to stay away from their channels because it lowers my energy. And I don't want to be like them. I don't want to go down to their demonic level of darkness. So I have to stay away. I must stay away. Yes, it's a cry fest. They ruined the wrong woman's life, who all of them doxed, is also being bipolar and disabled. They called her poor. They called her child a retard. Made fun of her for living in a trailer. And it's still not enough for them. It's still not enough. And there's that Gettn. I'm going to tell you something. You could eat, just look at, he is, when I used to say that this other one is one like no other, no, it's this one. And this is where I need the general's help to please reach out to Mass and tell him not to align himself with him. And I know how to piss Mass off. I did not turn on Mass. Mass even came in my chat. I thought that he called me transgender. And I went off because I really, listen, a lot of you might hate me for this. I like the guy. He's a pain in my ass sometimes. But this is why I wailed out. I'm like, man, I really like this. He's calling me transgender. So he came in my chat. I said, Mass, yes, you did. You're lying. I've seen it in Scotty's. You said it to Terry. He said, no. I said, where his Tam's, something like that. So it was a misunderstanding. And that can happen when you don't hear voice. And I let it go. Yes. None of them would last. They wouldn't last 2 seconds in boot camp or 2 seconds in Jesus camp. So what happened there, the reason I didn't want anything to do with Scotty, because he was telling, basically what the both of them did is Mass and Scotty allowed Gettn and Jilly to shit all over me. So they had to go. They allow all of them. That's what that channel's used for. To shit all over me, Tetro, Aaron, this one, that one. I just had to take a video down. That lady Scorpio, that's another head job. 8 years. When did any of you ever hear me mention? I don't mention any of them. I want nothing to do with not a single one of them. Here comes Lady Scorpio. And I have her legal name. You hear me say it? No. So this is all turning them on. They love this. When this Windy Docs went out, I'm going to tell you again, the females gushed and the men got erect. Let me see what's being said here. Oh, come on. Yeah, my husband told me some things too. They had to send some goofs home in Marine boot camp. Yeah, he told me some things. So I believe you. So this is why, and you know what, Aaron, you know, and Jamie knows, Aussie Jamie knows that when this docs went out, and I don't want to talk about who made it public. We know who that is, but you know, she don't want any, you know, she stopped basically. I had to contact the FBI and 2 agents went right to her door. And I could do it again if I wanted to. But like I said, I don't want mass getting in any kind of trouble. The thing is, if they did know my name, they'd be locked up right now. And my family would not stop until it happened. And we're not talking no jail. We're talking prison. You do not threaten YouTubers with Crips, with the Crips. They will come into your home. See, here's the thing. I might even know some of his people. When I said how we were raised by a Vietnam vet, when you turn 18, you're out the door. You're gone. All my father would allow you to take is your vehicle and a shotgun. That's it. So I was homeless for 6 months. Looking back, all children should be raised that way. So at the age of 18, I didn't want to go and to my grandma or anything like that. Just made me work harder. In 6 months, saving money, I was able to rent a house in the most dangerous section of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So dangerous that if you're white, you won't live. And they didn't have a problem with me because, like I said, I also have Native blood. I look more Native American than anything. And I kept my mouth shut. So as long as you don't snitch, stay out of their business. And I said before what happened. It was late at night. And the house that I rented got hit by bloods. I was very young, beautiful, built. I should have been well, actually, I could have been a Hollywood movie star, but that's something else I don't want to get into. What they did, covered me up and just took my shit. You want to know what a Crip would do? Let's not even go there. So with him having ties to gangs isn't something that he should be bragging about on a global platform, on top of that, threatening YouTubers that he dislikes. That's dummy shit. And then on top of that, taking shots at the king. The man who made mass be feared and known in the first place. He needs to take all his wrenches. So I'm falling back